of the year, Jeff.
It's going to come down to the reserves. It's going to come down to the bench, JK, as it always does in the last 20 minutes. We've got to give them a chance, though, to win the game for the All Blacks. At the moment, we are not in this contest. I'd like to see a reshuffle on the back on. I'd like to see Damian McKenzie out there. David Havili, sooner rather than later, we need to start creating.
Yeah, probably leave Rico out there because he's a game breaker, put him on the wing, possibly. I'd change, probably not Dane Coles, but I'd change the front rowers. We need to carry the ball. We need to be a bit more exciting there. A few more threats. Yeah, there's a lot to do. Can we win it? Yes. Do we need to hang on to the ball? Yes.
And as you say, JK, no one wants that rock underneath their towel in summer. Let's rejoin the action with our commentators, Mils Muliaina, Justin Marshall and Grant Nisbet.
Everything to do in the last 40 minutes of the season, and it looks as though the All Blacks have gone with their starting 15 to begin the second half, but stand by for changes, Justin.
Yeah, I think they probably need to change the dynamic of the way that they're attacking, throw some different bodies at the French with different skills. Jeff Wilson mentioned McKenzie, as did John Kirwan. His lateral running could cause some headaches. Just give the French defence something different to think about.
Very impressive, France.
I'd get out your way, mate. Of course
And
I
well
can.
worth their lead at half-time of 24 points to 6.
Okay, time you run, everyone.
Referee Barnes signals time on. Way we go. Second half at the Stade de France. And nicely taken down by Willemse.
Ball is out. Ball is out.
Dupont. Well, it's the call as the ball is out. And Dupont is overwhelmed, but manages to lay it back. Oh, that's a loose pass. Snapped up by Laulala.
Advantage, penalty.
And a penalty advantage here for the All Blacks as Savia struggles his way. Now the ball coming for Smith.
Take the penalty.
And they'll take the penalty.
Set.
Well, that was quite interesting because what referee Wayne Barnes said was that Antoine Dupont had his hands on the ball. And by having his hands on the ball, he considered that to be ball out. So the two All Black defenders, one was Aaron Smith, I think the other was Dane Coles, swooped on him. Then they lost their pivot, they lost their distributor. And so subsequently the All Blacks were able to turn it over, and now again they have gone for that touchline.
Well, they really need to nail this, don't they? First opportunity out of the break.
So Sam Cane playing acting halfback as the line-out throw is won by Ioane. Ball will come eventually to Coles. Now let's see if the All Blacks can shift those. Not doing any good here. As Smith gets it, shovels it off to Mo'unga. Now Tupaia. Good run by Quinn Tupaia. Sets it again. 6 or 7 metres out from the line and a penalty.
Yeah. Got an injured player, but he did really well, Tupaia. But unfortunately, he propelled himself forward on his knees just to try and give him that little bit of extra time and space to present the ball. And that was post-tackle, so it was very evident there. It was right in front of Wayne Barnes. And unfortunately, after a good run, he made that error in the contact.
Got to be an explosive movement back straight away. But how physical is this French outfit? Wall defence outstanding. Even when Tupaia broke through, the tackle from Intermark, he hit him as well. So very, very physical. They're disrupted again. And over the ball, they've been strong as well. They've been threats all around, particularly in the close quarters.
Five-man line-out again for the French. They've gone for this a lot. Antonio is the halfback.
Only 8 penalties in the game so far. As Wayne Barnes comes to the back of this line-out. Malvaca throws. Wilkie wins it. And the French have always seemed to get momentum. Malvaca ready to slip it for Dupont. Waiting his bridge. Very well taken again by George Bridge. Secure under the high ball. And a penalty.
Something hit in the line out that the touch judge spotted against the All Blacks. I'm not quite sure what that was.
4 across the line.
There you go. Wayne Barnes, if he caught that in the referee's mic, so he's got Retallick for jumping across the line.
Across the line.
And I think what did happen was he ended up on the French side, which meant that they then couldn't formulate their maul properly.
Gee, they look so composed, don't they, Justin? Line out defence early in the second half. The All Blacks real big opportunity. They missed that.
Kept in by Geordie Barrett. Nicely done. So France missed that opportunity, and Barrett buys a bit of time. Ball slipped in field. And Jaminet makes another kick. And Mo'unga does brilliantly well. Richie Mo'unga, now Smith. First receiver is Jordan. And he bangs it off downfield with the boot. Oh, and no, he got it right. He got it right. Will Jordan. Luke Pearce is on touch today. Seen him somewhere before.
Well, that looks like it might have hit the chalk.
The All Blacks are asking too for a 50-22 as well. Yeah, they had.
Inside their own half. Land in. Okay. Yeah, and Sankan Vandu. And Sankan Vandu.
Everybody happy, it would seem, other than the French. So another big chance here for the All Blacks on the 22. Retallick reaches up. Now Kane. Well controlled though by Francois Craw. Laulala. Downfield goes Akira Ioane. Now Savia. Trying to take the physical approach right up the middle through Coles. Now Kane. And under a penalty advantage. Coles goes again. Slipped it away to Retallick. Good, strong, hard work here by the All Blacks. Still playing under this penalty advantage. Akira Ioane stands over it. There's the 5-metre line. Ball available. Savia looking to snap it up. Off to Nepo Laulala. Now Savia again. This time driven back in the tackle. France fancy their chances of turning this over, but no, they're not going to. Smith looks to the right, now goes left to Paya. Struggling his way to the line, very close. Smith looking for the ball. Standing over it is Retallick. Now Smith goes blindside, and Barrett. Geordie Barrett dives in and scores on the corner.
Oh, fantastic response from the All Blacks. They might have got a tiny little bit of luck with winning the line out, but however from there, the forwards just decided to do the mahi, and they went at it hard and strong. They took them on really tight to the rucks. And then Aaron Smith picks out with a bullet pass right across the face of Ioane. And Geordie Barrett goes in. The All Blacks respond first after half-time.
A couple of nice wee bullet passes there from Aaron Smith. You're right. Forwards rolled up their sleeves. They got some inroads there. Good clean out. A couple of passes from Aaron Smith. First to Tapia, who got well over and out on the outside shoulder on a bounce. And then the try to Geordie Barrett. And a much-needed one, too, for the All Blacks.
Two first-half penalties. Now a try for Geordie Barrett. Pulls it away, so it's an unconverted try. France lead by 13. 8 minutes into the second half. Demba Bamba, first replacement.
Okay, watch on.
Joe Moody is off. So too Nepo Laulala. So it looks like the front rows have been changed as the kickoff is claimed nicely by Whitelock.
And use it!
Smith waiting.
Oh, Aaron Smith's hands are all over that, so he's not consistent. Yeah, look, I have some sympathy. He refereed it on Dupont before that. When he had his hands on it, he considered that to be ball out. Aaron Smith's raked that back with his hand, got it all the way to the back of the breakdown. He's handling the ball. The French are quite entitled to go around. He's effectively a ball carrier.
Oh, absolutely, they've been hard done by, haven't they? He had his hands all over it, and the referee's asking them to ask him first.
Jean-Baptiste Gros. The All Blacks have made a complete change in the front row. Tokiaho, Bauer, Tongapasi. Now Gros and Bamba are on for France. Cyril Bai heads to the sideline. All Blacks win the line out. Takioho just had to reach back, lost momentum and got penalised.
So the All Blacks last week, if you remember, against Ireland, used a six-man formation, and they worked the peel off that. Now that's twice they've tried it in this second half. And both Sam Cane and that time Taukei'aho, who are those runners that are involved in the peel coming around, Bridges coming in, they've got players moving from all different parts of the field trying to inject themselves off the tail of the line out, but the French have done their homework and they're just stepping into that space where the All Blacks went through, which is just outside the 15. So I think they need to rethink that attack. That strategy is not working.
Line out won by Aldrich for France. Once again, they have a little bit of momentum for Dupont to work off. Now the All Blacks bounce back. Ball there for Dupont. Sends it wide for Danty. Dupont again had his hands on it. Whitelock got in and turned it over. Now a bit of space here for Rieko Ioane. Going quickly, Rieko Ioane! He'll go all the way! Oh, that's a big one.
Oh, it certainly is. Bang, bang go the All Blacks in quick succession. They are back in this test match. Again, Dupont had his hands on the ball. Barnes allowed the All Black defenders to come around, unsettle them, dislodge the breakdown. So there's his hands on the ball. Again, consistency, you would have to say. The French probably hard done by. However, the All Blacks will make the most of every opportunity. They turn it over to the jet boots of Rieko Ioane, who just pins his ears back, leaves the defenders for dead, and oh man, the All Blacks are back in this big time.
Brilliant click play there. Quinn Tupaia as well, straightening up nicely. He's seen Walkie outside. Rieko Ioane, ball in two hands. Just a little wee show, and when you got speed to burn like he does, what a finish.
Now just an 8-point margin as Jordie Barrett reduces it to 6, and the All Blacks very much back in this test match. Brilliant pace from Ioane. Test try number 31. 13th on the all-time list of All Black test try scorers. David Havili into the action. I think it may be Will Jordan out of the game as France get it back. Now Dupont sends it wide for Intermac. Haven't had a lot of ball lately, the French. All Blacks try and turn it over as Dupont gets it away for Bamba. Aldrich. going high. Now he goes to ground, and the ball there for Dupont. Bamba again. Dupont away for Jalonche. Dupont. The replacement prop forward, Gros. Now Dupont gets it away. Chance out on the right wing side for Pernod. Good defence by Mo'unga. This is the other winger, Villiers, who's come right across from the left wing. All Blacks swarming in defence, but they're going to concede a penalty.
Yeah, he got himself stuck with George Bridge. A little bit of a dust-up, nothing really in it, bit of jersey pulling. I think Akira Ioane threw away Antoine Dupont. Not something that you probably should do on the French captain. Will really rile the crowd, but more importantly, we'll get away from the fisticuffs and have a think about what the French do now. Their line-out maul has been so very good, but the scoreboard has closed in on them, so 3 would push them out past that converted try, but their ambition all night has been to be positive.
Yeah, they almost look a little bit flustered too, similar to what the All Blacks were in that first half. The momentum on the All Blacks. All Blacks complaining that someone got checked there by an obstruction. I think it was Taufifi Noah. Interesting call right now from the French, where they keep applying the pressure on that scoreboard.
I will in a moment.
Oh, there you go. Dupont has just pointed at the play. Look, as I mentioned earlier in the first half, Melvin Jaminet, he is an absolute sharpshooter.
Okay, that's my decision. I thought he played the ball.
So you would have to say it's a bankable 3. But they turned down bankable 3s in the first half because they were so very good at the line-out maul. So he's feeling perhaps Dupont that the All Blacks have had the momentum more in the second half, and he wants to just establish a little bit more comfort on the scoreboard.
Yeah, absolutely. I think exactly that, isn't it? Just establish that back, get the momentum back, and just take that zing out of that momentum from the All Blacks. 2 quick tries, and the French are on the back foot. Now there's 3 points, and they can go back and start applying some of that pressure themselves.
He's kicked beautifully so far in the game, and that continues with a penalty goal, and it's 27 points to 18.
Pénalité réussie pour l'équipe de France par le numéro 15, Melvin.
Kick-off is made. Down as far as Intermac. And the number 10. Way down to Barrett. The All Blacks deciding to come back with the ball rather than kick it back. Ball there for Smith. Now Mo'unga launches it. And the ball is free and can't pick it up, Dante. But it was going backwards. And it's a knock-on advantage being played, but the advantage is gone now. Richie Mo'unga looking to get something going. Here's a bit of space for Ardie Savea. Stepped away from the touchline. Penalty advantage for the All Blacks. Now Whitelock looks to offload, quickly does for Smith. He gets support from Bridge. Bridge gives it off to Smith once more. Little dab by Smith, but chased by his opposite. Dupont. Mo'unga frees it up. Barrett stabs it ahead, but that's way out of kilter.
Yeah, I think perhaps he knew that he had the penalty advantage. He was trying something just a little bit different. Aaron Smith, all of his experience, he basically used his knees to make sure that the referee was aware that that player was there, and he also then used his knees to push him back into the ruck to make it even more difficult for himself to clear the ball. You can't coach that sort of stuff.
Some assertiveness too from the back. This man on the screen just running it back as well. Clear in his mind. Richie Mo'unga Nice counter-attack. Ade Savea getting back to assist as well here on that left-hand side. George Bridge, nice bit of hands here. Great decision to come back off that sideline from Savea as well. So they're building nicely, are the All Blacks.
Persisting with the six-man. Kane at half-back.
Taken down by Ioane. And the All Blacks drive it near the 22. Now it goes to ground. Here is Ioane, Akira. Good charge by Savea. Certainly more physical in the second half. Tokiaho. Good, strong, powerful run up to the 5-metre line. And another penalty. Definite change in tactics.
Oh, there's been a certain shift mindset-wise from the All Black pack. There's no tipping. There's no width in their attack from rucks or breakdowns with a little short pass from Aaron Smith or a slightly longer one. They are simply gravitating in towards the ball and saying we're going to be physical. And some of those carries of Savea and Tokiaho, man, they were very powerful. Good to see.
Some of the clean-out work as well from the All Blacks. One man, one bullet. So they're getting quick ball as well to carry that momentum on. Change here. Balo, jersey 16, he's coming off. For Mulvaka. 2 tries tonight. He's had an impressive game.
Inexperienced replacement, just his 4th test. Gautam Balo, taken down by Retallick. French very much all in here. Here goes Tokiaho again. Good leg drive. Just a few metres short. Now Savea gets it on the ground and scores!
Ha ha! Yes, boy! Ade Savea. Leg drive. But it was all set up by Sami Soni Tokiaho. His leg drive, his power, his determination, fighting his way forward. Excellent from Retallick. They negate the maul really well, the French, so they had to go off static ball. Tokiaho went hard first, and then Savea, as he so often gives, and when he gets a good position, gets those legs going, near on impossible to stop.
Oh, how good, all right. Sami Soni Tokiaho, some great bit of leg drive, power, rolling up their sleeves are the All Blacks. Some great clean-out work. Ade Savea, great try.
Boy, he put it down on someone's boot.
Still managed to control it.
Still got it down in the end.
What a massive change. Aaron Smith's evening is finished. Brad Weber returning from injury back into the mix.
Barrett's conversion is, yep, it's through. So it's a 2-point game with 20 to go.
And good captaincy again from Sam Whitelock. Unlike Dupont, he turned down 3. He has felt this momentum shift. And the All Blacks have been rewarded.
This is heading for a big finish. Flamand is on the park. The French have gone with 6 forwards and 2 backs. So they're well equipped. Intermac makes the kickoff. Again, Bridge. Brad Weber there.
And use it!
Wheels it back for the kick. And hooks it away into touch.
Well, the French from this zone have very much relied on their 5-man line-out with their props in position, usually coming in as lifters, and then they look to either maul, or if Dupont is at the front, he's the one that pivots away for their attack off the front of the line-out.
These 2 teams meeting in the first game of the World Cup in a couple of years' time. The long throw. Dante, oh, he was in a bit of space. Now the All Blacks looking to counter, and right from near their own 22, Quinn Tupaia gets to halfway. Weber. Ball goes across to Ioane. Now Barrett puts it on the boot. Now the race is on. Plenty of speedsters. Intermac is back. The All Blacks need to hold him there. They can't, though. Oh, brilliant play from Intermac.
Oh!
Wow, Jamini. Now Dupont. Almost down to the 22. What a counter that's been. Villiers, the left winger, has the ball. Now away it goes from Barlow.
Trouble!
They've got space here. Wilkie ignored the players out to the right. They got a penalty advantage. Boy, this is classic French rugby. And they take the penalty. Wow, Romain Intermac, and it's a yellow card.
Massive moment in the game. What a turnaround. Me, oh my, if you love the game, you love that counter-attack from the French, no matter who you support. The kick from Geordie Barrett was very good. It got them pinned. Ardie Savea is the one that's going to the bin. They're going to take the 3. Can you believe it after what we've just seen? Can you believe they're going to settle it down and take 3? Man, that was exceptional. It was just all based on what we know of the French. It's flair, it's playing the game from all areas of the field. Intermac gets rid of Mo'unga, gets rid of Barrett, shows a bit of speed, leaves the ball in space. Check this out, where are the eyes? Back on the inside to Dupont. Good cover defence from Sam Whitelock, working hard to get back. They find the space on the outside. You have to compliment the All Blacks for their scramble. They looked gone for all money.
Oh, Intermac, reminiscent of his old man, isn't it?
Yeah, boy.
Oh, how good.
A deathly hush as the penalty is completed. Well, did he blow a try here? Cameron Wilkie. Couple of players out to the right.
Look at that from Retallick. That's what it needed. That's the desperation it needed to shut that momentum down. But he's on, I think, for Retallick.
No, I see Retallick still there, so maybe it's
Whitelock.
Whitelock's gone. Mo'unga makes the kickoff. Intermac. And into touch it goes safely.
And I tell you, just to say, like the All Blacks down to 14 men, I'm not sure that was the right call from Dupont. We'll live to see whether or not it was at this stage of the game. Their line-out more, as I said, has been so good. They're in good field position. The All Blacks down to 14. He opted for 3.
Tokiaho throws. Now Weber away for Mo'unga. Havili in midfield, crunching through the first tackle. Now an offload. Certainly a bit more front football now for Weber. Good run by Shannon Frizzell, who's there as well. Mo'unga. Tuanga Fasi takes it into the setup. Now Frizzell offloads nicely to Retallick. Weber, Mo'unga, Kane, Tokiaho. Hard man to put on the deck. Now he finally is, and the ball spins away as Weber off to Barrett. Havili lost it, but obviously not forward. Now here's Mo'unga. Cut down on a good tackle by Wilkie. And France win the penalty.
Yeah. He was cramming across field, was Richie Mo'unga. Kaufafanua was in over the ball. Got his mitts on it. Executed the turnover. The Blacks look better with the ball now, though. They're just starting to get over the advantage line, starting to get some parity, if not a little bit of ascendancy in the contact zone, which will help their rhythm.
Yeah, and they're getting it from their bench. A lot of questions are asked, get that bench on there, but it's coming from the way of their forwards. Some big, powerful men, Tokiaho here. They just lost their way when they went out to Havili. which then meant that Mo'unga went across field. He told Fifi, well, he got over the ball as well. So you're accepted to that when you do run across the field. They're so hard over the ball. So the impact from the forwards for the All Blacks has been pretty good so far.
Looks like a change at 10.
Yeah, Jalibert. So France win the line out. Dupont. Digs it out. Away for Danty. Good low tackle. Ball turned over. Kane wins a nice turnover. Oh! They've thrown it away. Damian Pernot scores the try.
Oh, wow. Now this game has really shifted in the French. Momentum, big time for them. Great turnover from Sam Cane. Ripped the ball free, that's all legal. And the shift from Havili, he was trying to get into space. Damien Pignon swoops on it and goes right under the crossbar. Man.
Oh, he gets out away. Havili in that way. Frustration on the All Black bench. There was a click moment. Big play from Sam Cane, but what a moment here too. We've still got to size it up. Ben Alden come off his wing, and he done just that. Look at the French. They needed that too, because the momentum was starting to swing towards the All Blacks.
90 seconds.
Well, they've got to go to the well now, the All Blacks. They've got to get some tools out of their shed to really try and change the way that this game has shifted
90 seconds to kick the ball.
Quite considerably towards the French. And I think they have got Damien McKenzie on the bench as a 10. Maybe that's the option.
Over it goes from Jaminet. He just tried to heave it on. It was a bit of a no-look pass. And Damien Pernot, another son of a French international, Alain Pernot, scores what could be the decisive try. All Blacks go short. Jordie Barrett mistimed his jump. Now Dupont. Driven away downfield by Jaminet. Waiting back is Rieko Ioane. Weber. Away for Mo'unga. Easily read by Pernot. Off to Jaminet. Oh! Big tackle. Made by Shannon Frizzell. Now France. Through Wilkie. Just over 10 minutes remaining. The All Blacks still playing with 14 men as Jordie Barrett puts it onto the boot. Now the kick by Jaminet. All Blacks need to run this back. And they do so through, firstly, Rieko Ioane. Taukei'aho. Good strong surge again. To the 10-metre line. Weber. Away for Havili. Bounces out of one. Pops it up for Rieko Ioane. Now Weber. Vai. Weber again. Building up nicely. Oh, not such a good pass. Poor pass. Tupaia couldn't hang it, and momentum lost.
Rieko Ioane, he's looked dangerous all night. I did think that the French on Taukei'aho certainly was a seatbelt style tackle. They got away with that, but they didn't see it that way, the officials. There's no doubt we won't see that again. Now there's that change. So named on the bench, Damien McKenzie, with no Beauden Barrett out through concussion issues. McKenzie had the option to come on in any position, to be fair, even including scrum half. but he's been injected into the game just to try and offer something different as a first receiver than Richie Mo'unga.
Just starting to get some ascendancy too through the forwards, some quick ball. So just, that might just allow the likes of Damian McKenzie just to sneak past the gap and open up an opportunity as well, which is what they need. Less than 10 minutes to go in this game.
Crouch. Just get that balance, okay? Get that balance. Wait. A little bit. Push this in. Neck, yes.
So Julange has slotted into the number 8 position. I think that him and Dupont, along with Jalivier, they'll just be looking for field position. They do have Donkey in behind the scrum. Now, he has proved to be a handful all evening.
Set.
You've got to commend both teams too, Marshy. What a test match. The way they've actually gone out there, there's been limited scrums, but then when there have been, they've attacked off it as well. Both teams willing to throw the ball around and real accuracy, some physicality from both sides too.
Absolutely. Certainly has had it all. It's had physicality, as you mentioned. It's had skill set.
Good height.
It's very vulnerable here. It's not easy to defend because they have to defend the kick as well as the flat play that can come off this, and including the 8-9.
So now it goes in from Dupont. Switch of direction away for Jalibert. Looking to create. Here goes Javade. Short pass. Oh, it's gone loose. McKenzie snaps it up. The All Blacks still remain under pressure here as Weber. Jordy Barrett on the left boot, but there's no advantage. So they'll go back, and oh, boy.
Well, they got opened up because they're defending with one less from the scrum. They just will be grateful that the French for once did panic at the pivotal moment. They were looking for Dupont just on the inside. There was a defender in the way. Nice little switch move. Jalivier came from the left to the right. Jamoni goes through. That's the pass there that was looking for Dupont. To be fair, if it had gone to hand, they could have been conceding a try, the All Blacks.
Yeah, they looked to put the nail in the coffin, didn't they? Just didn't execute. It was Brazil that need to cover that right-hand side. He got caught, had to come back around to that left where the French attacked. Just a little bit too much to ask for too. Nice bit of movement from the French side.
All Blacks back to 15. Need to score twice, but backed onto their own goal line here. Weber gets it in. Big French shove. All Blacks under pressure. Ball right on the line. And it's a 5-metre scrum.
Wow, when they've needed to come up with something unique, something special, something we haven't seen in the game, they're able to do that, the French. This is a scrum that's come out of nowhere, immense pressure. Xavier recognised it in the number 8 position. It was bobbling around. He had to try and deal with the problem. So did Weber, but Dupont was right on him. And because the All Blacks carried it back, even though it's ended up over the goal line and we have goal line dropouts, it was the All Blacks that did that, so they're going to have to now defend a 5-metre scrum, Mills.
Well, and when you look at the way they scrum before too, the French, the innovation off set piece as well from scrum from halfway. This is a real threat to the All Blacks. Nice and flat. Dupont, he's a threat. The 8-9 as well.
And Jamani, like with his speed to get on the outside of defenders so far in this game.
Taken off the back. It's there for Dupont. Looking to create something. Still on his feet, the little halfback. Now it'll be there. Ball handed off to Barlow. All Blacks having to defend desperately here with just 5.5 minutes remaining. Ball stolen. So the All Blacks will get the ball. Brad Weber gets it back, and McKenzie slams it off downfield. Not out. Taken by fullback Jaminet, who has really been faultless today. Standing over it is Francois Cros. Off it goes to Flamand. Now Dupont. Looking to get it wide again. Danty pops it away for try scorer Pernod. McKenzie, they need a good bounce. McKenzie takes it back. And yet again, 5-metre scrum.
Now, just again, the All Blacks are working hard defensively. They're scrambling well. Ardie Savea was the one who got the turnover, but the kick didn't go out. And again, the French launched. They find space on the outside. It goes away to Pinot. Finds space, follows his own kick up. And the All Blacks just can simply not get out of their 22 at the moment. Too much pressure being applied.
And that clock too, that's not on their side as well. They're down the wrong end of the field. They really need to score and score quickly. At the moment, the French are just squeezing that out of them and keeping them in their own 22.
Yeah. The last scrum, good height, went forward. Perfect, thank you. Last scrum, good height, knees off the floor, going forward.
Well, like the French, the All Blacks need to find a scrum here. They need to find, as we see, the magic man. He's in the mix for World Rugby Player of the Year, Antoine Dupont. On the evidence of this evening, you can see why.
Well, he's been replaced by Maxime Luku for the final 4.5 minutes of this game. The most the French have put on the All Blacks in France is 42. That was in Marseille back in 2000.
Remember it well, actually. We'll move on from that.
So Luku gets it in. Now taken off the back by Jalonche.
Let go, let go!
Standing over it. Happy to play the game at a slow pace. Off it goes to Bamba. It'll be there again for Luku. Off to Barlow. Now Luku away for Gros. Luku, this time it is Cretin. Now Gaël Fickou.
Need to turn over the All Blacks. Big time.
Time running out. 3.5 remaining. Good charge by Demba Bamba. Now Luku. Once again in the arms of Cretin. Jalibert. And they get a penalty.
They need to go. They need to go. Quick tap. Just get moving.
They'll get another 10 out of this. So McKenzie gets it down close to halfway.
Urgency, urgency. They need to be sprinting to that line out. One converted score's not enough. You've just got to get to that line out, get the ball in play.
Taukei'aho. Big line out throw. Got to win it. They do. Through Vai. Now McKenzie challenges the line. Taken up by Havili. Weber. Frizzell. Into the French territory they go. Remember, they've got to score twice to win the game. Ball is there for George Bauer. Penalty. France have been great over the ball all night. And they win a penalty. And that will seal it for sure.
I just felt that the urgency wasn't quite there, you know, like when you're in those micro moments, you need a bit of inspiration and a couple of moments of magic, your urgency levels, your tempo should be so high. They were just too slow to that carry. There wasn't a bad carry from Frizzell, but over the ball, the French, no cleaners there, nobody flying into that breakdown.
Jaminet takes the play down towards the 22. Just didn't have the support when he needed it. And France locked over the ball, winning another penalty. Barlow for France. Gaultier, big win on his CV. As Luku stands over it. Off it goes to big Teo Fefenua. Now it's with Bamba. Luku pushing them to the right, but they've won a penalty. And that'll do it. It'll be handshakes all round, or fist pumps at least. Fabien Gaultier has got a big scalp. And France will kick the penalty, which will see off the game.
Oh, this is a big moment, isn't it? The French, they have been very, very good. The All Blacks, so they came back in that second half, showed some physicality, some clinical moments from the French. They wound down the clock in these last 5 or 10 minutes and rolled up their sleeves as well.
Melvin Jaminet to put the full stop on the game. The final whistle goes, and France have scored their 13th win over the All Blacks in decisive fashion in Paris by 40 points to 25.